Manchester City line with Mike Doyle, their captain, Joe Corrigan, and Willie Donachie is there. Dave Clementson, Joe Royle and Alan Oakes, Tommy Booth, and Peter Barnes, Ian McFarlane, the coach, is there. Confident player, Asa Hartford. Dennis Tueart, who Newcastle feel could be a match winner. There's Mickey Burns of Newcastle coming back this way. We come to Glenn Keeley, the big number 5. He'll have a big job today against Joe Royle. Tommy Cassidy there, heading the ball. Malcolm Macdonald, so important for Newcastle that he should have been fit. Alan Gowling, over 20 goals this season. In fact, 23 in all competitions for him. Tommy Craig, right in the middle of the picture there, who went down with flu on Thursday. And to a great relief from the northeast, is fit. Gordon Lee, the manager, who knew the other side of managerial business with the limited resources at places like Port Vale and Blackburn, has really hit it big here now with Newcastle United. And here they come, and now the 100,000 crowd outside at Wembley for this League Cup final. Do see them. Here come Manchester City on the right, Newcastle United on the left. Certainly both sides looking very, very relaxed there. Jack Taylor, the referee from Wolverhampton. I say it's the first time I've seen a coach in a team lineup as Ian McFarlane is on the field this afternoon with the hat on. Certainly he's done a tremendous job of work for Manchester City, but it is unusual to say the least to find the assistant manager and coach in the team lineup.
Of course, we come to the moment both teams really have been waiting for, to do the job they know best of all, and the chance to flex their muscles on the Wembley turf, a chance for us to catch up on the team lineup for the game. And first, Manchester City. They field an unchanged side, with Gerard Keegan having only his second game in a number 2 shirt. The only other decision from manager Tony Book was to name Kenny Clements as the substitute. As for Newcastle United, what problems they've had all week with flu. 6 of this team could only report to the Cup headquarters on Friday, and players like goalkeeper Nick Mahoney spent 4 days last week in bed with a high temperature. But even if they are not all fully fit, and even if their preparations have been ruined, it's the expected Newcastle side with Paul Cannell the sub. The crowd now waits for the whistle from referee Jack Taylor of Wolverhampton.
Malcolm Macdonald there, making it quite clear the sort of effort that he wants from Newcastle this afternoon, in spite of all their aches and pains and the problems they've had all week. It's going to be Newcastle in the striped shirts who are going to kick off this 1976 League Cup final, with Manchester City facing them in shirts of light blue and white shorts. And away go Newcastle. Here's Tommy Craig getting the ball straight back for an early touch to Mike Mahoney, who's had 4 days in bed this week with a temperature of 103. And a more languid start could hardly be imagined. Whether Newcastle will want to keep the pace down the whole way, or whether, as some believe, they will want to go all out for an early goal or two as an insurance against later in the game when maybe their legs will begin to betray them with all the troubles they've had with this flu. That we must wait and see. Corrigan turning the ball away into touch. So a throw to Newcastle United. Malcolm Macdonald's going to take it. Glenn Keeley has come up from behind, trying to put a bit of pressure on this Manchester City defence. A backward header there, and finally it'll come out now for Manchester City to break away, although Cassidy got in a shot. And again, Joe Corrigan coming right outside his penalty area to put the ball into touch. Another throw for Newcastle United. Burns leaving it again for Malcolm Macdonald. Again, it's going to be a long throw. Gowling and Keeley are in there. So too is Barrowclough. Keeley's header. No, he didn't quite get a touch to it. Here's Macdonald now with a chance to get it in once more, which he succeeded in doing. And Hartford getting it away to Tueart. Now with Doyle. Free kick. Quickly taken. Too quickly, in fact, because Manchester City hadn't really allowed themselves to get into any sort of position. Cassidy. Keeley, Donachie. Peter Barnes making a run down the left, and a beautifully timed run as well it is by Barnes. Timed that to perfection, with the ball coming in there. Oakes having a shot, and it cannoned off Tueart. That could have been dangerous for Newcastle. And Kennedy getting it away, but not far. Crossed in again by Keegan, and Mike Mahoney there, gathering safely for Newcastle. Macdonald. Free kick brought down by Keegan. Only his second game in a number 2 shirt. In fact, it was his goal in the semi-final at Main Road against Middlesbrough that got Manchester City on the way to this final. But now a free kick to Newcastle. It'll be Tommy Craig. Just slipping it forward with that sweet left foot of his towards Alan Gowling. There's Corrigan there. So Royle being watched by Pat Howard. Ball played back there by Ian McFarlane. It's going to be a throw, though, to Manchester City. Oh, hit Hartford on the back. That was a bit of bad luck for him, but here's Macdonald. Oh, what a bit of play here by Macdonald, and a good shot. Oh, and it needed a good save. Well, Macdonald might well blow at that one, because that was a beautiful piece of play by him, snaking his way past those defenders, unleashing quite a shot, which Corrigan had to turn away. So Newcastle, in spite of their troubles, have carried the game in this opening 6 or 7 minutes to Manchester City. Tommy Craig with the corner for him. Delicate little corner coming in there towards Glenn Keegan. Donald trying to make something of it, but couldn't. And a free kick given to Manchester City. Newcastle recognise this fellow, Dennis Tueart, as the danger man. Could well be. Joe Royle. At the moment, Manchester City can't really put very much together. Tony Book with his head in his hands there. And these are worrying moments for him, because they just really aren't on their song at all at the moment. Here's Doyle. Nothing yet really to worry Corrigan. Certainly there's nothing that City have done, really, that has worried Newcastle very much. Keeley with a header. Donachie. Hartford. Cassidy, though, for Newcastle. Stuart Barrowclough. Here's Craig. Oh, what a beautiful ball there now. And Cassidy can turn it in here towards Macdonald, and he couldn't quite get the shot. And Corrigan prevented the ball from going over for a corner. Good decision by the referee. But some good play again by Newcastle. Slowing it down and then suddenly coming in with these little killer moves. Keeley pushing at Royle. Free kick to Manchester City. Tommy Booth right up there. Watson right up there. You will get the impression they're going to float one deep to the other side of that penalty area. Might be a con trick. Hartford with it though, yes. They're playing it across there towards Mike Doyle, who got the header in. Might come anywhere. Yes, it's there by Peter Barnes. The 19-year-old has put Manchester City into the lead. Peter Barnes, the man who scored it, whose father's been here before with Manchester City into a final. The long free kick taken by Asa Hartford. Mike Doyle winning it very well in the air at the far side. Newcastle with a lot of players back, unable to do anything about it. And look how it comes there for Peter Barnes to hook it in before Mahoney can get there. So Manchester City 1, Newcastle United 0. Peter Barnes, the scorer for Manchester City. Now that's a tremendous blow for Newcastle. The very last thing they wanted with their flu problems all week. Psychologically now it's going to be very hard for them to lift themselves with the lack of preparation they've been able to get into the past 7 days. And here's Peter Barnes again. A beautifully timed run there again by him. Turned inside, two are waiting for it, and it'll come for Booth, and it's just gone skating past for a goal kick. Well, the lack of running really, maybe the lack of strength in that Newcastle side as Barnes made that good, long, challenging run, and the ball comes there to Tommy Booth, deflected. In fact, I think that should have been a corner. Well, the banners of Manchester City proclaiming that their side is in the lead. Alan Gowling underneath this one, winning it well in the air there. Oh, this might come for Gowling. It might come for Macdonald. There's an offside flag up. Well offside, good decision. But also, let it be said, a good piece of goalkeeping by Joe Corrigan, because he wasn't to know the flag was up and the whistle had gone. Actually, Gowling won that so well. Bit of a mistake there by Donachie, and you can see how far offside Macdonald was, but also what a good save it was by Corrigan. Donachie. Hartford.